We have both good and bad Eagles injury news from their practice yesterday. Some big names are back, but some big names are also out. Robert Saleh has an idea to stop the brotherly shove, but it involves hitting Jalen Hurts. Jalen Carter continues to dominate, and the stats are absolutely unbelievable. And we were all very, very wrong about this Eagles position group. I'm Thomas Mott. This is the Thomas Mott Show. First off, let me just start the show by saying, attaboy, Harper. It's an Eagles show, but thumbs up for Bryce Harper and the Phillies last night. Unbelievable win. Aaron Nola looked fantastic as well. Also, I got a bunch of Eagles rookie cards. They're signed as well. If you want one, stay tuned for later on in the show. Okay, before we get into the Eagles injury news, let's go ahead and start with Jalen Carter. Tell me what you think of this video down below. He is playing at an unbelievable level, and double teams, single one-on-one opportunities, he's dominating every single one of them. Boy, he looks unbelievable. Better and better every single week. Talked about it yesterday on the show. How about 9 more pressures than any other rookie has, and has played only 50% of the team's snaps? It's very clear Philadelphia is still working him up to a full workload of defensive tackle. If you guys are like me, I think he definitely needs more snaps. Not to mention, among rookie defenders, he's number 1 in sacks with 3.5, number 1 in pressures with 23. He has a 20.9% win rate, which is unbelievable, and a 91.8 PFF grade. If you didn't think he was good yet, which is crazy, 5 weeks in, you know he's the best rookie defensive player. He is unbelievable, and the stats are just jumping off the screen. Do you think Jalen Carter's gonna have more than 6 sacks this year? Give me your over-under with 6 sacks in the comment section. 8 seems very likely if he's already at 3.5. I'm curious where you guys are at. Okay, let's go to the practice field yesterday. Philadelphia was out getting ready for their matchup with the Jets, and look who's back. It is Fletcher Cox. After missing last game with that back issue, he obviously had the epidural put in there. I thought this would be a longer-term thing. He was officially listed as limited, but he was out there practicing with pads and his helmet, and there's a very, very good indication and a great sign that Fletcher Cox is going to be out there playing on Sunday. Give a little credit to the old man. I mean, a guy who was supposed to come in and just kind of usher in the Jalen Carter era, he's playing as good, if not better, than Jalen Carter. I mean, when he's been on the football field, his pass rush win rate is way up. He's getting a ton of pressures, and he's facing a lot of single teams because defenses are shifting over to the Son Reddick's side and obviously focusing in on Jalen Carter. Also back out on the practice field, you see linebacker Nakobe Dean. He was activated for the 21-day practice window yesterday, and as you see, full helmet with the pads and participating in drills. He was asked how close he is, so he's not 100%. He's not exactly there yet, but I think safe to say they're going to try to get him out there for at least a limited amount of snaps on Sunday against the Jets. That way they can make their decision on how much he can officially play in their massive matchup against the Miami Dolphins just 2 Sundays from now, when Philadelphia is going to need all the help they can get to slow down Tua, Tyreek in that offense. As I said on yesterday's video, I think they can find a way to work all 3 linebackers on the field, but it's just funny to see the animosity between Eagle fans on this guy should play, this guy should play. Why don't we just be grateful they have 3 good linebackers, something that a couple of years ago they had 0. Also back in practice in a limited fashion was Sidney Brown yesterday. You see that up on your screen right now. He obviously was a part of tackling drills. You see him tackling the little foam donut there, but has the helmet, has the pads. The hamstring is always tricky, right? You miss a week, could it turn into 2 weeks? Is he gonna be out there or not? I think safe to say there's a really good chance if you're seeing him practice here on a Wednesday, of course this was yesterday, this means he's probably gonna play on Sunday. Thumbs up for Sidney Brown being back. 10,000 foot picture, Jeff McClain is the full Wednesday practice report. Don't know Justin Evans with the knee, and Darius Slay now popped up with a knee injury, although he was barking back and forth with Tyreek Hill on Twitter, talking about their matchup next week. I think this is probably just the age and, a little bit of soreness on that knee. Saleh should be out there on Sunday. And then limited with Sidney Brown, Fletcher Cox, Nakobe Dean. Jack Stoll pops up with a shoulder. Rashad Penny was a full participant due to illness, but Rashad Penny, whether he's sick or not, hasn't really played much, so not really expecting him to do anything on Sunday, but he'd be available if Philadelphia were to need him. Okay, I mentioned earlier, I got a bunch of these Eagle official rookie cards here, most of which are all signed. These were sent by a subscriber to myself and Josh Davis, and I took a couple that I liked, I'm gonna keep, but I have one here, Devontae Smith signed rookie card. We have a LaShawn McCoy signed rookie card. You go over here, how about a Donovan McNabb signed rookie card? Then you get into, Dallas Goedert signed card. How about this one? Jordan Matthews. I thought he was gonna be really good for Philadelphia. It turned out he was not. And finally, with the little bit of jersey, the Kenny Gainwell signed rookie card. I don't want to keep all these. I want to share them with you. And because we have a brand new promo with our friends at BetMGM, here's what we're going to do. The first people to create a BetMGM account, got to be a new BetMGM account, deposit 20 bucks into that account, and then place a $20 bet, will get one of these cards. Now, you got to go ahead and, of course, be a first-time BetMGM user. You got to be in an city that allows you, or a state that allows you to do it. And then you got to use my link down below. So use my link, sign up, do the $20 bet, send me that screenshot of the bet slip. Just take a screenshot of it and then email me the proof to my email, thomasmottshow@gmail.com, and then give me your top 3 choices for cards, because it'll be first come, first serve. First email will get the first pick, second email the second pick, and so on and so forth. So if you're the 6th email, then you're gonna get the 6th card. But you gotta be one of the first 6, so jump on this ASAP, and then of course include your address so I can ship them to you. So I'm gonna try to give these away. I want you guys to enjoy them. They're absolutely incredible and really incredible quality, and all signed, official, and licensed as well. So follow the BetMGM instructions, link down below in the description box. Send me those emails, and I'll get these shipped out to you guys today. Every NFL coach who plays Philadelphia has to answer during their weekly press conferences, how are you going to stop the Eagles' brotherly shove? Well, Robert Saleh was asked about it. Listen to what he said.
You know, the reality is, they're really good at it. I mean, it feels like the quarterback is wearing a bulletproof vest when you look at him. He's got all that padding on, but, you know, whether they get it, we're going to do our best to try to stop it. And you know, the quarterback's got and they do a lot of stuff off it too. They got reverses, they got pop passes, they got stretch plays. They do a lot, so you got to be sound, you got to be disciplined. So we'll do our best in that regard. But if the quarterback carries the ball, we got to give him 11 kisses and just figure out a way to do that. So
now some Eagle fans are taking this as Saleh's gonna headhunt Jalen Hurts. I don't know if I said headhunt is the right word. Obviously, 11 players kissing him can be taken a little bit in an awkward phase, as if they want to try to, hit him as hard as possible and injure him, which we've heard other people talk about in the past, and, in a really, really bad light, saying you gotta, hurt Jalen Hurts to stop the tush push. To me, he's trying to say that they need to get 11 hats to converge on the football. That way Hurts doesn't have, 2 or 3 feet of free space to dive forward before getting hit. But still, you gotta choose your words a little bit better there, Robert Saleh. You have a history of being a guy that likes to kind of get some roughing the passer calls. Remember this one during preseason when Nick Sirianni got absolutely furious when Jalen Hurts got obliterated last year? Well, Robert Saleh's defenses have ranked pretty high in terms of total roughing the passer calls, at 9th and 9 with San Francisco, 10th in 2018. They were number 1 so far this year in terms of roughing the passer calls, so keep an eye on this. Whether Robert Saleh was saying go headhunt Jalen Hurts or not, you got to make sure to protect Jalen Hurts on Sunday, because you don't want some sort of Jets player getting a free shot at him and end up putting him on his back. Did you guys take the Saleh comments in a really, really negative way? Did you read it more as I did, where he's just kind of saying you got to make sure you hit him fairly and squarely? Let me know where you guys are at down below. Really quickly here, Lane Johnson, he still has not given up a sack since week 11 of the 2020 season, which is a stat we talk about all the time here on the show. What's crazy though is the Eagles' leading receiver, their wide receiver 1, the last time Lane Johnson gave up a sack, yeah, it was Travis Fulgham, which we all thought was going to be the best receiver in the history of Philadelphia for his Jeremy Lin span couple of weeks, and then he disappeared into nothingness. I'm not even sure if he's on a roster right now. I'll probably link that somewhere on the screen. But Travis Fulgham was your number 1 receiver the last time Lane Johnson gave up a sack. Thumbs up for the bodyguard, protecting the right side of Philadelphia and doing an absolutely incredible job. Now, before we end today's show, we've got to at least give a little bit of credit and admit where we all were wrong, and that is on the Eagles special teams unit. Look at this new special teams and turnover contribution chart. Philadelphia all the way there on the right side. That means they're technically the best special teams unit in the entire NFL. They are literally number 1 in DVOA at 6%. The Jets are actually number 2 at 5.7. Michael Clay, we all wanted you gone. We all wondered why you stayed this year. Apologies from all of us, and to Britton Covey as well, who's been fantastic. The Eagles special teams unit is way better than any of us ever thought, and it's a big, big reason why Philadelphia is 5-0. More so Jake Elliott, but still, nice to not be terrible at special teams and be great everywhere else. Now, we have plenty more stuff happening the next couple of days and weeks, including my interview with Jake Asman, host of the Jake Asman Show, a very popular Jets YouTuber, coming up. I did it yesterday. Maybe drop it this afternoon or maybe tomorrow. Stay tuned and subscribe for that. But of course, the first 6. You gotta be the first 6, so get in on these rookie cards. I wanna get these sent out to you guys as quickly as possible. Follow the description down below. You gotta make sure you place that $20 bet and be a new customer, or else, I gotta find somebody else. I'm Thomas Mott signing off here on a Thursday. This has been The Thomas Mott Show.